Hello stock traders, I hope all of you had a great trading day today. Today was very tumultuous and very volatile. There was a lot going on in the stock market. It just seemed like everything was great. And then all of a sudden the rug got pulled out just with everything that was going on. But today, in today's video, I'm going to cover exactly what happened on Wednesday with the top 7 list from the day previous. I'm also going to give you a new top 7 that should help you be successful in the coming day. So Thursday should be a good day on the market. It is looking like it should be a decent day, at least according to aftermarket. We have some new insider activity definitely to report and kind of talk about that has been very significant. So let's get started. The top 7, if you had all the top 7 stocks equally from yesterday's video, then you would have had a 0.88% loss. And so that was aired on Wednesday morning. And those picks did, okay. They were really doing great. And then we had some stuff kind of happen within the day. Personally, I had a 4.88% gain because a lot of my options really paid off, and some of the investments that I had that we cover in our standard and our premium rooms as part of our Patreon did extremely well on this day. So really, really good. Actually, I was way up beyond that until we got later in the day. It cooled off a little bit as we went on. Month to date, if you are following this list exactly, month to date, this list is up 2.20% gain so far this month, which we're just getting started. So there's lots of great time to improve upon that. Year to date, personally, I am at a 10.07% gain. I had a very good day today that really helped move my percentage up, and looking forward to great gains, and my goal for the year is 500%. I like to use Webull for all my intraday trading, and the reason why I do is because I can trade as early as 3 a.m. and as late as 7 p.m. at night, and that helps me. If there's something going on in the market that I need to take advantage of, I can trade earlier than other traders, and I can trade later than most traders also. And so that gives me an advantage on the marketplace and helps me get my money out if I need to get out of a position, or helps me to get in if I know something's really going to move, to get in before everybody else. And so if you are looking for a powerful broker, I highly recommend them. You can find a link in our description down below. You get 1 free stock when signing up, and up to 3 different stocks when you deposit money right now. So there's lots of deals going on, and so that's good. So I only have 1 sale to report from the top 7, and that was NVS. I sold it for a 0.5% loss. That one was not an insider. I have no insiders to report from the top 7 list yesterday. I stayed in all of them, and it's because I think that they will continue to do well. I have reason to believe that the momentum is still there and that there is more room to run. So we have this group, I'm sure you can see in the top corner, where you can become a patron. And some of the advantages of doing that is we have different levels within that, and we have lots of great investors that are in there, and everyone is willing to help you. And it's better not to go it alone. And with just 1 good trade, you'll more than pay for the small amount of money that it costs to be a member. I look forward to seeing you there. There are lots of great strategies that are thrown around in the standard and premium rooms, also the basic rooms covering this list very detailed, and the insider activity. And the insider activity is the news before the news. So if you want to get in before the big jump, that's a good way to do it. You can get my analysis on different insider stocks, and that's a great way to be involved. And we hope to see you there. Okay, so yes, the market was very volatile today. Everything was just going great. And this can happen sometimes, and it's important to take a look at what's going on and then decide, okay, is what's happening in the market really as severe, or is it panic? And to me, definitely it felt like panic. I've been doing this for a long time, and I didn't feel like there was really anything that heavy underneath the undertones of what was going on, that it made sense that everyone should sell off their positions. So a lot of times you can make really good money in that. It's a great time to get into some of those positions that you've been looking at and been wanting to get into, because now is a good time to get a good price. Let the other people panic, be strong, and get in there and have a strategy for each and every stock that I pick. I never pick a stock because, oh, this person said it should do well. No, it fits my strategy, or I do not buy it, period. And once you have that conviction, it can help you to be very profitable in the market. All right, let's get to the top 7 and others. We have lots of great stocks to cover, so let's get going. The first one is Odinate Therapeutics, ODT. On Wednesday, this had kind of a rougher day. This finished down 5.59%. This one has been doing really well for us though. My average in it's $18.16, and since calling this out, it is up 4.63%. The reason why I like it is because Michael Michael Hearn, the CFO, and Director Johnson Craig bought shares in open market. It was a large amount of money and it showed high conviction in my opinion. And so I felt that it was a stock that was really going to move. Analysts have an average target price of $35 a share. That's why I think there's news on this stock to be released. We shall see, but I'm looking forward to great things, and there is more room to run here, so it should be good. All right, the next is MIRM, and this is Mirum Pharmaceuticals. On Wednesday, this finished down 2.78%. My average in it's $18.50, and since calling this out, it's only up 0.32%, so just a small amount. This one has kind of gone up and down, kind of all over the place, but let me give you the case for why I like this stock. I like it because the CEO and the CFO loaded shares. CFOs are my favorite. The reason is because every CFO should know the nitty-gritty of the details of the financial health of the company that they're investing in. Anyway, MIRM is to present at JP Morgan Healthcare Conference on the 12th of January. So to see insider activity before a healthcare conference presentation is typically a big deal. I've had a lot of success with those type of transactions. Analysts have an average target price of $49.29. So there is much room to run, and the insider activity tells me there's something up because it wasn't a small amount of money. And so I'm looking forward to good things with it. The next is number 7 on the list, and this is SPLP. This is Steel Partners. We've had this for a while. On Wednesday, it finished up 3.43%, so it had a pretty good day. My average in it's $10.89. Since calling this out, it is down 0.15, so it's still got some room to run. It hasn't done nearly as well as I thought it would, but there's still time here, and I like it because a director, the president of the company, an executive vice president all bought shares in open market. So that was multiple officers in open market. I really like transactions like that. Also, they announced a stock buyback program, and this is a low volume stock, and so with that buyback program, it can really shoot the price of the stock upwards. So I am looking for continued strength in the price of this stock. I think it will continue, and I think Steel Partners will be a good investment going forward. Number 6 is PBFX. This is PBF Logistics. On Wednesday, it finished up 1.98%. My average in it is $9.01. And since calling this out, it is up 8.55%. But Central Empresarial de Capitales has been loading shares, and OPEC has been cutting production numbers. So there's multiple things kind of going on here. But all oil and gas stocks have been doing really, really well this week because of that announcement of lowering those production numbers. Analysts have an average target price of $12.71. This also pays a really nice dividend, and so there's that too. This would be a decent long-term hold. That's not exactly what I'm doing, but it does have that possibility there too. So I like PBF Logistics. All right. Number 5 is AIRT. So this is AIRT. On Wednesday, this finished down 0.49%. This was really doing well before everything kind of went crazy. Anyway, my average in is $22.10. Since calling this out, it is up 10.90%. So it's doing very well. A CEO and director loaded 3 days in a row. And also it has gone into 2 halts after insider activity. This one has such a low float that it can go into a halt really easily. So that makes this kind of a wild ride. And I think that this stock could get squeezed upwards. I'm kind of waiting for that to happen. We'll see if it should continue. We'll see what happens. Anyway, it looks good to me. I like this stock and I expect it to continue upwards. Number 4 has really been fantastic. This is the first day that it's really had a bad day, and that is Beyond Air. This is XAIR. My average in it's $5.50. Since calling this out, it is up 13.46%. So it's been a great investment over 3 days. The CFO and CEO bought shares in open market, and analysts have an average target price of $13.25. That's big upside with insider activity, should reap us a good reward. Number 3, and this is brand new to the list, so we're going to get into the stuff that's new. Number 3, 2, and 1 are all new to the list. Here we go. The first is Compass Diversified, CODI, and on Wednesday, this finished up 4.41%. My average in it is $20.55. I wish I would have got a better entry, but I did not. This was really doing much better in the day also, but just kind of failed there towards the end. Since calling it out, it is up 0.36%, so it is positive. Lots of officers buying an open market, a total of 7 to be exact, and so 7 different officers loading up shares was a good transaction. Definitely, it seemed more like a group buy, but you know, those can be very good also. Analysts have an average target price of $21.70. So this one really doesn't have much upside according to the analysts, but that insider loading is very bullish, and so I like that, and I look forward to good returns on this one. All right, number 2, and this is an OTC. So I've been picking some of these every once in a while. You know, OTCs, they're not regulated by the SEC, and you got got to have a certain broker to even trade them. You have to have Schwab or TD Ameritrade or one of the big brokerage houses. You can with E-Trade and a few others, but you can't do it on Robinhood or Webull yet. I hope that they make that change at some point in the future, but they haven't made that change yet. And sometimes these can be really powerful, especially if they have repeated insider activity, which is exactly what PERS has had. This is Sandidge Permian Trust, and on Wednesday it finished up 7.59%. My average in it is 0.405, so 40.5 cents per share. It is definitely a cheaper stock. Since calling this out, it is up 2.67%. And Montier Resources has been loading up, and this has been 6 days in a row. So at that point, I started to pay attention, just seeing the insider activity. It's been small, but it has been every day. And so this appears to be, they're loading up for dividend, possibly. This pays an extremely high dividend percentage. But with 6 days of insider activity in a row, that makes me pay attention. I think this one will continue to run, especially if it continues having that. And then also with OPEC cutting production, I think this is another one that could really benefit from that type of news. And so I'm expecting this one to do well. All right, number one, lots of oil companies. I really don't like oil companies, but hey, they're what's hot right now, and there's been insider activity on them, so let's go. Number one is REY. This is Ring Energy, and on Wednesday, this finished up 12.96%. My average in it is 77 cents. This thing has been beat up like crazy. It should not be around this price. It is kind of crazy that it is this low, but this is like a lot of oil and gas stocks right now. They've just been killed. Since calling this out, it is up 6.25%. Called it out this afternoon, and man, did it run right after calling it out, and it's really moving upwards nicely. Deborah Cruz bought shares in open market, and it was a very high conviction transaction. Analysts have an average target price on this of $1 a share. So there's some nice upside available on this, and I think it will continue to climb, especially if we see more insider activity going forward. I do lots of work for this list. If you could please do me a favor and please hit that most amazing and wonderful like button. Also, if you were to share this video with your friends, I'd be very honored by that. And also, if you haven't done so, please subscribe and turn on those bell notifications so you get notified when one of these videos comes out. Lots of craziness in the market. It can be hard to kind of figure out, what do I invest in this current market? Well, following insiders, you're always well positioned to get great gains because no one knows their company like the officers inside their company. And when they're willing to spend their own money in an open market transaction, and if you have someone who knows how to point those out, you can really have good solid gains over a long period of time, and that wins the race. So slow and steady wins the race. It can be boring at times, but hey, you know, it's if it's boring, you're doing it right. Anyway, hope all of you have a fantastic rest of the week, and Raythoven out.